Hello and welcome everybody to my very first Bloomburrow draft. Now, things were a little bit delayed this time around, and I do want to apologize for roughly about a 2-week hiatus since my last draft video, which was Modern Horizons 3. My goal, of course, this year was to produce daily content for the remainder of the year. Sadly, I had some personal matters that I needed to attend to, and for that reason, I had to kind of stop making videos for a couple of weeks. I made this post already on kind of one of my YouTube posts, but I think this is kind of the only place where I posted it, but I feel like I wanted to let all of you know the reason for my absence. And the reason for my absence was, well, my mother has been dealing with late-stage cancer for a couple of years, so I've been making several trips to Korea over the past couple of years, and sadly, this last trip, it was an emergency trip. I was told I needed to go to Korea as soon as possible to see her, as it was going to be the last time that I see her. And unfortunately, she did pass. I was able to be there with my father and my family. And we had to, or rather, we got to say our goodbyes and kind of mourn that loss together. And now I am back in the United States. And it's been a pretty tough couple of weeks, but of course the show must go on, and we are here now doing our very, very first Bloomburrow draft. Now, I will say I am a little bit behind the curve here. I have not had the time or the energy to study up on the format necessarily, so we're kind of going in blind. So we're about maybe a week behind everybody else, maybe a few days. I'm not entirely sure, but hey, fresh experience. I've watched maybe a couple of LSV draft videos, and that's basically it. Now, before this draft fires, I did want to say this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. tcgplayer.com is the place to go to for all your Magic the Gathering and other TCG singles. If you wanted to pick up TCG singles, check out tcgplayer.com. Make sure you use that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, if you want premium Magic the Gathering products, or rather supplies, check out heavyplay.com. heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get 10% off your first purchase on premium deck boxes, play mats, dice boxes, etc. Make sure you check them out. Okay, let's head into our very first Bloomburrow draft. Now, this is a little bit delayed, I will say, and I will be doing some reading, but hey, I think for a lot of people, you're also going to have to do some reading, so we're going to be enjoying this experience together. For me, this is my pre-release. It's going to take me a couple of drafts to get caught up. I heard rabbits are good, or bunnies, green-white. We'll see where things go. Okay. Starting things out with Hugs, Grizzly Guardian. Red, red, green, green for a 5/5 Trampler. When Hugs enters the battlefield, exile the top X cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. You may play an extra land on each of your turns. So 4 mana, 5/5 Trampler seems pretty good. Builder's Talent, 2 mana, you make a wall, and then whenever one or more non-land permanents you control enter, put a counter. Okay. Parting Gust, white, exile target non-tapped creature. If the gift wasn't promised, you blink it so you can kill something and then get a fish. Brambleguard Guardian, 4 mana, 2/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +6/+0, where X is Bramblewood Guardian's power. Wildfire Howl, 1 red, 2 damage to each creature, and then if you gift something, 3 damage to each creature. Okay, and then we have some commons here. You know what? I'm just going to take this Gruul Rare. It's pretty hard to cast, but it seems pretty cool and pretty powerful. I think Brambleguard Captain can be interesting, but like I said, this is my pre-release, and if I'm going to open a Mythic Rare, I want to at least try it out here. Moving on to this pack, we have Fabled Passage, which is a reprint, I guess. A pretty solid way to fix your mana. Stargaze looks okay, a little bit slow. Playful Shove deals 1 damage to any target and draw a card. That seems solid. Overprotect, target creature gets +3/+3, trample, hexproof, and indestructible. That's a heck of a combat trick. And then we have Banishing Light and Baker's Bane Duo, which also seems quite nice. I'm going to just take this creature. This creature seems pretty solid. 2 mana for a 2/2. Whenever you spend mana, it gets +1/+1. It seems like a really nice, aggressively slanted creature. So let's go ahead and take Baker's Bane Duo. Like I said, I'm still learning, so I am happy for any and all feedback on the horrible way that I've drafted this first draft. Hoarder's Overflow, 2 mana, enters when you expend 4, put a stash counter, sack this, discard your hand, and draw cards equal to the number of stash counters. Okay, that does not seem very good. Roughshod Duo, 3 mana, 3/2, trample. When you expend 4, target creature you control gets +1/+1 in trample. Raccoon Rallier, target creature you control gains haste. I'm not entirely sure what to take. I guess I'll take this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try this expend strategy and see if I just take a bunch of expend cards, if that's a thing that I want to do. But we shall see. We shall see. Taking a look at this pack, we have Season Warren Guard, 1 mana, 1/2, attacks when you control a token, it gets +2/+0, okay? Star Charter, 4 mana, 3/1 flyer. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life, like the top 4 cards, you may reveal a creature. Okay, so with life gain, this card can be good. I'm looking at another copy of Baker's Bane Duo, just trying to keep things simple here so far. Sazakap's Brew. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. That seems fine. If you give your opponent a fish, which is a 1/1 token, it seems, you can pump your creature, but I think the duo seems better. And then Frilled Spark Shooter is a 4 mana 3/3 menace reach, which isn't great, but it enters a battlefield with a +1/+1 counter if an opponent lost a life this turn. So if you have an aggressive deck and were able to deal damage to your opponent, I think that card can be good. Definitely seeing a lot of red and green cards, so I hope that red and green is the color that we need to be. I do think this card's quite nice, and just want to make sure I try to spend as much mana every turn. And I got to figure out what I want here. Blooming Blast. 2 mana, deal 2 damage to target creature. Gift the treasure. If the gift is promised, it deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. Okay, so it's a 2 mana. Seems solid. What else do we have? Head of the Homestead. 5 mana, 3/2, make 2 rabbits. That seems really good too. So, but I don't want to gift the treasure just to deal 3 damage. Corpse Spirit Cultivator. Forage. Am I milling myself? I don't know. I'm sorry. This, like I said, the first couple of drafts is going to be a little bit tough. And I'm just looking at this as a 5 mana 3/2 body that makes 2 1/1. So I assume I want to go wide if I want to do the red-green thing. When you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter. This one's pretty hard to cast. 3-drop that's double red in my red-green deck is not what I want to be. Uncharted Haven gives me mana. Tangle Tumbler. Tap 2 untap tokens you control, becomes an artifact, and I can put a +1/+1 counter on something. When this enters or dies, make a food token. Okay. And Conduit Electricity. I guess I'll just take this removal spell. It doesn't conduct electricity, rather. It doesn't seem especially great, but it's a good way to spend my mana, and it's a removal spell, and it's my first removal spell. All right, moving on here. We have Alania's Pathmaker enters, exiles the top card until the end of your next turn. That seems pretty good. So 4-drops are really nice if you're trying to expend 4. Exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. So it's a 4 mana 4/2 that draws me a card. What does this do? Enters a battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. If an opponent lost life, 2 mana gives it Menace. Huh. You know what? Maybe I could have taken that too. I didn't notice that. I didn't realize that card is a mana sink, but I took the 4-drop here instead. We'll see how that goes for us. Coruscation Mage, 2 mana 2/2 Offspring. When you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1. Yeah, okay, I'm going to take this. It's a 2 mana 2/2 that for 4 mana, it's a 2 mana 2/2 and a 1/1. And whenever I cast a spell, I get to ping my opponent. That seems like an excellent mana sink. War Squeak. Target creature an opponent controls can't block. Okay, I'm not interested in that. So let's take Coruscation Mage and see where this goes. And I guess I take another Conduct Electricity. Or I can take this Bell. What does this do? I'll just take the removal spell here. I don't think this card's particularly good, but it's just another expensive card to cast. Particularly if I'm looking to expend 4. So I'm just having a bunch of ways to load my mana seems nice. 3 mana 2/3 Changeling Reach. I don't want that. I'll probably take this 2 mana 2/2. What does this say? When this becomes the target of a spell or ability, you may discard a card, draw a card. That doesn't seem that strong. When this becomes the target of a spell, it gets +1/+0 on first strike. I'll take this 2-drop that gives haste. And I don't think this 2-drop is particularly good. I guess I'll take this Sazakap's Brew. I don't think this card's particularly great either. Man, I don't know. I'm still just learning here. Was this card good? It's a Tormenting Voice. We'll see. We'll see. We still have a bunch of cards here. I don't think I'm going to play all the Conduct Electricities either. What do we have here? 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever land enters the battlefield, they take 1 Offspring. Okay, that's good if you're black. Phineas Ace Archer. I'm sure this is great if you're green-white, but I'm not green-white. Look, I'm just going to look at the red and green cards to make things easier. What does this do? 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control a raccoon, you okay. I mean, okay. Well, I'm going to take that. This card seems like it's probably the best red common. 2 mana to deal 3 damage, and then you get to loot, or rummage rather, if you have a raccoon, and I have several raccoons already. Okay. Keeping things going here. I gotta look at my uncommons. Oh, I know this card's awesome. I would be hard-pressed to find something better than Hunter's Talent for my deck. Teapot Slinger, 4 mana, 3/4 menace. When you expend 4, deal 2 damage. That's okay. And then this is probably good. It's a bite spell. Put a +1/+1 counter if I have a fish. I assume Hunter's Takeout is better. Might of the Meek looks okay if I have mice. Cash Grab, what does this do? Mill 4 cards. So this is good in the green-black squirrel deck, I think. So I think it's between Hunter's Talent and the Brawl, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Hunter's Talent and move on. All right, well, there's a red-green rare. I hope it's good. 3 mana, 2/4. At the beginning of your first main phase, add red or green for each raccoon you control. When you expend 4, gain 3. When you expend 8, exile. Expending 8's like impossible, right? Did you spend your 4th total mana? Okay. Until the end of you may play those cards. Anyways, it's a 3 mana, 2/4 that gains me mana on the following turn, and then also it lets me gain life, so that seems good. What does this do? Whenever you attack, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Stocking the Pantry. Whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters, put a supply counter on Pantry. Tree Guard Duo I heard is awesome, but I'm going to take this rare, Muera. All right, taking a look at this pack, what does this do? Okay, so it's a Manalith that pumps all my creatures of a certain type. I have a bunch of raccoons. So maybe it's red-green, the raccoon deck. There's also another Baker's Bane Duo and a Junkblade Barrier, which is fine. But I want to try this banner. And let's see if this card's any good at all. I could certainly have taken another Baker's Bane Duo here, I guess, but I want to try this. It's good with the hugs. It ramps at the head of the homestead, and let's just see if I can make a bunch of raccoons a thing. Harnesser of Storms. When you cast a non-creature or otter spell. Okay, I don't have that many non-creature spells here, so this doesn't seem especially good here. Sticky Tongue Sentinel, 3 mana, 3/3 reach. Return up to 1 target creature. Okay. All right, I'm going to just take this 3 mana, 3/3 reach. Now, it's not a raccoon, sadly, but it's a 3 mana, 3/3 reach, so I will give it a shot here. Harvest Rite Host, 3/3. Whenever a target creature controls +1/+0, then draw a card. All right, that seems awesome if I'm white, but I'm pretty locked into red-green here. I'm going to just take this Cindering Cutthroat, 3 mana, 3/2, that can enter the battlefield as a bigger creature that gets menace when I pay mana. Seems pretty nice. I don't think I care too much about this combat trick. There's that raccoon, but I don't know how good that raccoon is. I mean, maybe I just want a bunch of raccoons, but I have a couple of things. I have Moira and Patchwork Banner that cares about raccoons. Here I will take, what is this? 3 mana, 4 damage target creature. I need removal, so I guess I'll take Agate Assault. It can also randomly kill artifacts, but let's keep this going here. All right, we're getting some decent removal. Blooming Blast is solid. I do think Take Out the Trash seems to be better, but it seems like a fine card, so I will take it here. And I'll take another Cutthroat, I guess. Certainly need more 2-drops, I guess, if I want this card to be awesome, or some other way to ping my opponent. Might of the Meek doesn't seem very good. It's a free way to pump my things, but I'll take this Tangle Tumbler if I can make a bunch of tokens. I don't think stocking the Pantry is especially good. All right, well, we got 17 cards here. One thing I noticed is there's not a bunch of lands that you can take, so you just end up with just a bunch of cards. And I guess I can be a little more picky with kind of the cards that end up in my deck. Something along those lines. All right, well, this card seems okay. Junkblade Bruiser. 5 mana, 4/5 Trampler. Expend 4, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine top-end card if I need, and it's a raccoon, right? So that's also something that's great. Season of the Burrow. Okay, so you can make you can make 5 rabbits. I can kill a thing, but they draw a card, or I can return things with indestructible counters. Okay. Obviously seems great, but I can't play it. Make 3 1/1 white rabbits also is fine. Bramble Guard, or what is this? 2 mana, 3/2, whenever you expend 4. Maybe I want Bare Knuckle Boxer just because it's a 2-drop. Yeah. Oh, it's also a raccoon. All right. Red Green Beats. Let's go. Is this good? Who knows? I'm trying my best. Another Baker's Bane duo seems fine. Maybe I'm overrating this card. What is Rabid Gnaw? That also seems good. It's an instant bite. Okay, maybe I want that. Yeah, that seems great. Yeah, all right. So getting a decent number of good spells now. We have like 5 solid removal effects. So I am going to be looking for good creatures. Wildfire Howl. Roughshod Duo, or the Brawl is so good. Yeah, I mean, I gotta still take this Brawl, right? Okay. All right. Now we have... what is this? Well, I'm gonna look at Roughshod Duo. There's a lot of good cards here, I think. But there's Roughshod Duo and Polywallop. What does this do? For each frog... I don't have any frogs. Okay. This also looks really good. You know what? I'm going to take the raccoon this time. I think this card's probably worse, but I just want to curve out here and just take more raccoons. And I have a bunch of bite spells already. 1, 2, 3 bite spells. So I'm going to take the creature there just to kind of build a more well-rounded deck and go for more synergies here with all my raccoon shenanigans. Surprised this is not a raccoon, but I will take it here. Seems like a fine 4-mana card to play, particularly because my deck looks pretty aggressive here. What is Kingfisher? 5 mana, 4/5 flyer. Whenever another non-token bird. If I have birds, I make fish. Okay. Mouse Trapper. Okay. What does Rockface Village do? Target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon gets +1/+0 in haste. I guess I'll take this. It's a land. Here, there's a Take Out the Trash, a Druid of the Spade, which I don't think I have a lot of ways to make tokens. Oh no, I have the Baker's Bane duo. I'm going to take out. I'm going to play Take Out the Trash here. All right, here I will take a creature. I have 3, 4, 5. I have too many spells probably. I mean, I think I'm going to just take the Pathmaker. What does this do? No. I'm going to take the Pathmaker here just because I'm pretty high on spells and go with that. And then maybe I take Druid of the Spade here over Head of the Homestead. Just because I don't have too many things that benefit me going wide. So let's go ahead and take that. And then we'll take this. All right, we're going to have to cut a bunch of cards. But at the very least, I want to say that we tried our best to draft as synergistic of a raccoon deck as we can. And hopefully that ends up paying off. Now, granted, I don't have a ton of synergies with the things that I have, but we'll see where this goes. So let's clean this up. All right. This is what I have at the moment, and I do need to make quite a few cuts here still. I think I like Pathmaker more than Spark Shooter. I think I can cut some number of 3s. I have a bunch. I assume it's probably, let's see, return up to 1 target permanent you control. I guess that's good with the Pathmaker. Maybe I cut the Cutthroats and the Spark Shooters, something along those lines. Head of the Homestead also seems quite weak here. Just like I said, there's nothing I can do with making a bunch of tokens, so I think the Bruiser is a little bit better here. This is probably very good in green-white, though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's cut that. Maybe cut these, and maybe like 1 Cindering Cutthroat. And maybe I want 1 Conduct Electricity just because it's an expensive removal spell and that allows me to expend. So that's another thing that I need to consider when I'm looking at all kind of my removal options. I do have a lot of cheap removal, but I wonder, like, are there lots of creature tokens? Like, maybe I should just play one just because I haven't played with it before and play something like this. Alternatively, I can just cut this creature if I don't think I'm going to hit that often and just play this. Let's just try that then, I guess. Okay. A little bit light on creatures, but try and gruel, seeing how things go. And obviously, a week from now, I can look back at this and be like, oh, I should have been this other archetype. But hey, it did feel like I saw a bunch of red and green cards. There's a good chance that I likely didn't take what I needed to. All right. Now, as this round starts, I'm just forgetting all of my plugs because I just haven't recorded content in a couple of weeks. I do want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel, the best way to do so is through my Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. And I want to give a special shout out to all my patrons, as you didn't need to stick around. I haven't been making content for a couple of weeks, but a bunch of people still sticking around. Really do appreciate it. Without you, I really wouldn't be able to make this content. So shout out to all the patrons. And now let's head in. I have 4 lands and 3 spells. I assume I keep, although Hunter's Talent isn't especially good here. But we have turn 2, take out the trash to kill whatever, and then in Alania's Pathmaker here. All right. Yeah, definitely want to hold the Hunter's Talent until I can play a creature. And then we have the Pathmaker on 4. If they play something here, I can kill it. If not, we can just play a slow game, which I'm fine with. Is there a counter spell? There's probably like a 2-mana counter or something, unless you pay 2-mana card, right? It certainly feels that way. You know what? I'm just gonna... They mulliganed. I'm just gonna... see what they do. See, this tells me they have a stupid counterspell. You know what I mean? Although I kind of want to hit a land drop, so maybe I play one of these. Maybe I should have played one anyways, but I hate playing into, things that my opponents are just like kind of facing up. So let's go ahead and play this Pathmaker. Okay, we can play that next turn. Boom, we gave it haste. That Rockface Village was awesome. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage, it deals that much plus 2 instead? Okay. Alright, well basically all my creatures die. Oh, it has all the effects. Okay, that's fine. That wasn't that bad. All right, so let's play this. Let's play this and give it haste. Oh, this land is kind of gaseous, I want to say. It's got 5 toughness too, so it's kind of hard for a blue-red deck to kill. When I expend 4, it gets +2/+1, so I assume that means if I play this thing, this becomes a 6/6 Trampler, which is pretty great. All right, they made a couple of otters, but we're at 20 life, so I'm not too concerned. Obviously, this can get really, really out of hand. I do recognize that. Let's see what they can do with the last 2 mana. Oh. That is certainly an interesting card. Let's play the Pathmaker. Oh! I can play that next turn for lots. I can play that next turn for lots. Okay. Now what? This can get me a bunch of mana. I probably just want to, like... I mean, maybe I just attack with the Bruiser. Is this instant speed? I can only do it as a sorcery. Now I can play this, but they can counter it. I guess I should have just... yeah, see, you know what? Still making some sequencing errors. I'm going to play a Hunter's Talent here. To kill this mage. Just to have this in play. It's a nice way to also use my mana. And let's see. Gonna just level it up there. Does this pump Badgers or Warriors? It sure doesn't. All right. Wait, why didn't they kill my Bruiser? Doesn't this deal more damage? Okay. That's fine. I have a couple of removal spells here with a Hugs that I'm going to play next turn for some amount. The thing is, I'm pretty sure that there is a counterspell in the format that's pay unless... Oh, there it is. They discarded it. Okay, so I'm feeling better about just playing a Gigantic Hugs to get a bunch of value. Okay, never mind. We were able to get it done. My opponent's blue-red deck didn't do a whole lot. I did learn from Luis that blue-red, as fun as it is and something that I really like doing, it seems apparently it's the worst archetype. So there you go. But red-green, given Hugs. Actually, we didn't even win with Hugs, but it was there. It was exposed. Okay, round 2. Starting things off here, good with a win. All right, this hand seems awesome. I have a Blooming Blast, a couple of Baker's Bane duos, a Rabid Gnaw. So, that's great. I don't really have anything to do with the food. I feel like that's probably a miss. I could have there's probably something I could have done there to... All right, what do I discard here? I think it's just a Blooming Blast. I think I like Rabid Gnaw better. It just can kill bigger things. I guess the food allows me to expend, right? That's a thing. What does this do? I discard a card. Oh, everybody's playing this stupid counterspell? Okay, is this counterspell good? I guess if you have a bird, it just makes it that much better. What do I do? Discard a card? Okay. And... Wow. I'm just like completely out of gas. I'm keeping this because this allows me to expend next turn. So if they play some random creature, I can do that if I really wanted to. Oh! I guess I should have played the Rallier, huh? Yeah, I definitely should have. See, again, sequencing, right? Because this guy, I missed out on 1 point of damage because of this. Oh well. What is this? This card seems pretty solid. 4 mana, 4/2 flash. Give something -1/-1. And you can also kill things that were dealt damage. Alright, well, we're basically just in top deck mode here. I don't feel very good about this situation. I'll lose 3 life, I guess. Let's give this haste. Alright, would love to draw a 2-drop or a 4-drop. Wix Patrol. Okay, so blue-black control seems pretty nice. At least against me. Bounce something. Kill something. Yeah, okay. That is a card. Doesn't do much, but... It gives us a gajillion mana, so that next turn we can draw something big. We have this food. I'm feeling okay. Well, see, you see, drawing this land was not ideal. I'm just gonna say. And yeah, they got us. All right. Nice, solid blue-black control deck from the opponent, and we just had kind of a bunch of dorky creatures that was not able to kind of get the job done. So it is what it is. Let's move on. Maybe I just want more expensive things? I don't know. All right. I'm on the draw. I think I keep this, but you know what would be great? The banner. Give me a forest. All right. I mean, look at this amazing raccoon start. I just need a forest. No. A forest would have been absurd. It's okay. There's still time, deck. There's still time. 2 mana, 1/2 flyer. Soul Warden. Seems pretty good. Another Soul Warden. Okay. It's gonna be very hard to race this person. But we're gonna try. Alright, look. At least we have relevant plays every turn. Right? Even with mono red. And the thing is, the Pathmaker allows us to look another card deeper. Oh, I heard this was like the mythic common of this set. What does this do? 3 mana, 3/2. Wait, hold, too many triggers. Wait, 4 mana, 3/2, make a 1/1, and wow, that thing hits hard. All right, let's get a green source. Come on, unreal. How many cards deep have we looked? That seems unreasonable. All right, well, we really need a green... Like, if we draw Forest next turn, we might be okay, because we can go Roughshod Duo plus Hunter's Talent. But if not, we're in a ton of trouble. And we've looked at 12 cards. Thank you, deck. Thank you, deck. So let's play Roughshod Duo. Does this count as expending 4? Oh, it sure does. I don't know which one I'm supposed to target. They have all this mana up. I guess this one? Like if they have an instant speed removal spell? Oh, but they could have... Oh, well, they gave it indestructible anyways. Wait, why did I get a food? Oh, this. Okay. What does this do? It's an uncommon, Flying Vigilance. Opponent, slow down. You're playing too fast. Unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. What is my play next turn? I can do this to kill this. Is it fight or bite? Fight? That's way worse. I'll just lose 3 life. Okay, what do I want to do? I think it's probably play this thing. And then use Blooming Blast. Oh no, I can't do that. Okay, let me think. I'm at 8 life. Oh, I gained the life. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, that was great. I got to gain some life. And I have 2 raccoons in play, so that gives me a bunch of green mana to allow me to play a bunch of stuff. Hop to it. Okay, they gain a bunch of life. We take 4 in the air. I'll just take another 3, I guess. Oh, patchwork banner. Let's add green. And let's think. I mean, I obviously want to kill Starseer Mentor here if I can. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, anyways. Raccoon. All right, let's play this. Let's play this. Oh, you know, whatever. I guess I can give them a fish, right? What just happened? Oh, I expended 8. You know, see, that's the thing. I don't even know how good my own cards are. Let's just put it that way. I guess we attack with this thing. Do I? No, that I don't attack with that. This seems like a fine trade. Whatever. Okay. Okay, we're at 7. We have a bunch of raccoons in play with a bunch of food. We have a rabid gnaw. And we can level up Hunter's Talent, so... Okay. We are certainly doing things. Wait. What happened? My opponent just cast a Wrath. What the heck? Destroy all creatures, they gifted me a card, and then they returned the... Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, I needed to cast that spell this turn, right? So that's that. And ooh, take out. Ooh, why'd I play that land? Darn. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. Is that not expending 4? Oh, it's to cast spells, not just spend mana. Wow, I completely misread expend. I completely misread it. Okay. I completely misread expend. Also, I could have sequenced that better with take out the trash. Oh well. Alright. Anyways, lots of little errors being made here, but at the end of the day, we are still getting the W's. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out how to sequence my plays and how to you know, figure out what I'm supposed to do with this deck. And you know, honestly, that makes I am much happier about my decision to not play these cutthroats because it's only on cast. That's really bizarre. Maybe it's too good if you can just channel it that way, but that means that like when I sack food, it doesn't work. As you spend your 4th total mana to cast spells. Okay. All right. Well, you learn something new every day. 2-1. All right, what do we have? A couple of Baker's Bane duos, take out the trash, forest, mountain, rock face, village, and Hunter's Talent. This is a snap keep. Ho 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 ho! We drew Muera? Turn 2 Baker's Bane duo, turn 3 Muera? Am I pronouncing that right? Who knows? Who cares? The thing that matters is I have a Muera in play. What is this? A 3-mana 2/3 changeling with reach. That seems whatever. When in doubt, play the Muera. I'm just like completely butchering that name. Oh well. It's okay. They have 4 green. It's going to be hard, I think, to kill the Muera. Next turn, we're going to have access to 6 mana. So that's going to be great. Going to lead off with... I'll probably go like Roughshod Duo plus Baker's Bane Duo. Something along those lines. On the following turn, we can go Hunter's Talent and take out the trash and tick up the Hunter's Talent. So that seems really, really, really good. And the important thing here is to just make sure I play this out as quickly as I can. Oh, never mind. They gave me a fishy fish. Oh my gosh, do they have another one? If they have double Longstock Brawl, that would be absurd. They don't, fortunately. What do I want to do? Okay, so let's go Roughshod Duo. I guess this doesn't really... Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna... I can't actually attack. I gain some life. I can't actually attack. It's fine. But I'm just adding a bunch of raccoons to my side of the battlefield here. Because that allows me to just have a bunch of mana next turn to potentially be able to expend 8. Right now, we can only expend 5, though. I don't think expend 8 happens all that often. What does this card do? Oh, this card's an absolute bomb. Yeah, this card's ridiculous. Another Brawl. Okay. You know what? So it's a 4/5 with Ward 1. Holy guacamole. So I can't actually kill it. Is that what you're telling me? I can turn this into a 4/3. And then a 5/4. That's brutal. I mean, like, how badly do I want to kill this? I guess I do. Do I want to give them a fish? And keep this in play? I think so. Wow, what a turn for them. Double Longstock Brawl. I was thinking I was in an amazing shape. And then they got us really, really good. What is Forage? Exile 3 cards or sack of food. Okay, they draw a card. And then they put a counter on this thing? Okay, well this rare is just kind of silly. I'm just gonna say. I'm calling it now. That is a very, very silly Magic card. Okay, so we have named Raccoon. Okay. Did that work? This thing tramples, right? Yeah, buddy. Okay. Hey, Patchwork Banner was a really good draw. Okay, Bark Knuckle Boxer. Okay. Until end of... That doesn't do anything. Alright, so they have a couple of good blockers. Conduct Electricity was a really, really good draw. How do I want to do this? I think I want to save this and then just like double activate this. And I just don't do anything. I guess I can attack with this and just trample over. Oh, this could have gotten pumped, huh? I'm just gonna wait. So, what did they do? They leveled this up again. What does this do? If you would put one or more counters, put twice. Okay, so that's a 5/4 now with Ward 1. Okay. Okay. This seems worth. Give this trample. All right. That's lethal. They got a chump here. I'm glad there wasn't like some crazy one-mana combat trick. Maybe there are 2 colors? And they're just very unlucky? But man, Hunter's talent does not seem reasonable. Card seems ridiculous. Okay, 6 mana. Okay. Okay. Sure, they make a 3/3 here, I guess. Okay. Kill that. Let's play this. Yeah! Give it haste. All right. Living all the dreams there. Definitely drew well that game as well to be able to defeat that enchantment. But our level up card, whatever. What is that? What are those things called? Our level up enchantment was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay. What do we have? 4 lands, take out the trash, Agate Assault, and Roughshod Duo. Definitely keeping. On the draw, we just... Great hand to just kill a bunch of things. Beat down. What does this card do? When you expend 4, put a +1/+1 counter on Wandertail Mentor. Let's just kill that now. That card seems very, very strong. And I doubt this is going to get something better. I'm going to run out the Muera here, turn 3. And next turn we have the choice between Roughshod Duo, Bare Knuckle Boxer. Actually, Muera always dies, doesn't it? Oh, no. All right. Green, land, Roughshod Duo. I mean, if they had a removal spell, they would have killed it that turn, so... Maybe there's like a combat trick I don't know about. Which is extremely possible, because I am not aware of any of the combat tricks in this format, really. So this could have been a little aggressive, definitely. Now, if they block and have the 3 damage spell, that's fine, I think. Like, we still have a pretty good board, and then we have Agate Assault plus Rabid Gnaw as options, along with the Junkblade Bruiser. Next turn, I'm going to have access to 7 mana, so Bruiser into Rabid Gnaw seems really strong. Yeah, so them tanking makes me think they have the 3 damage spell. It makes me think they have Take Out the Trash. Or Rabid Gnaw. You know what I mean? It's some kind of combat. It's some kind of thing where they get to basically, like, it's not a combat trick that kills this. Yeah. It felt that way. So maybe this was bad. I'm not entirely sure. They like their hand as well. But hey, I mean, it's still a 2-for-1 situation. And our hand is still full of action. This isn't really drawing us a bunch of cards. Now, I guess it would have, so maybe I shouldn't have attacked. Maybe I shouldn't, because, oh, they're not able to extend, what is this card? Whenever you expend 4, you may discard your hand and draw 2 cards, okay? Sure. It can't be that wrong. It can't be that wrong to run out a 4-mana 5/5 trample. That's all I'm going to say. Alrighty. I don't think I'm play the Bruiser. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill this. And then just attack. GG. Beat downs. Okay. Feeling pretty good. This is a nice way to do my very, very first Bloomburrow draft. Just 4-1. Good curve, removal spells, expending some things. Very, very straightforward mechanic. So easy enough to try and catch up with the format here. All right, on the draw here, we have Mountain Forest Patchwork Banner. So I imagine we're going to keep here. We have Baker's Bane Duo, Assault, Hunter's Talent, and Sentinel. So fairly low curve here. Turn 1 Bone Cache Overseer. What does this do? 1 mana, 1/1, pay 1 life, draw a card. Activate only if 3 or more. So basically, it's like if you forage, you draw a card. That seems pretty good. I'm certainly going to just play out a Baker's Bane Duo here. Cash Grab. Ooh. Wow. This card's awesome, right? Let me read this. Their deck looks awesome. 5 mana, 4/6. If you have 10 or more lands, it's a +2/+2. When this or another creature with toughness greater than power enters, look at the top card. If it's a land, put it in the battlefield tab. Okay. What is it? What are you? What's with your rares, bro? In Death Touch, until end of turn, you may cast creature spells from your graveyard by what is happening? All right, let's just kill that thing. Because I can't kill this with it. Ideally, I draw a land and I can go like Patchwork Banner into a Hunter's Talent or something like that. But I certainly need to kill this green shell somehow. Dealing 6 damage in a red-green deck is not easy, though. Wow, what just happened? All right, there's some combo here with sacking of food, right? Oh, this! It was literally in my face. All right, let's add a creature to the battlefield here, see what we hit. Land is great. Next turn, we can play the Junkblade Bruiser. If they miss on lands, we have a great shot here. Oh, so they can forward. Oh, this card's awesome too. It's like an Eternal Witness. They can get back the land. Wait, that seems so greedy. Oh no, they have a land. Okay. I was like, if you don't have a land, that's the greediest thing I've ever seen in my life. So they have a green shell and a cultivator. The cultivator doesn't do much, but the green shell is a 4/6, so it is huge. If I want to kill that, I can't do it with hugs, right? Because this is not a raccoon, and I would definitely want to name raccoon. So I think it's actually the Junkblade Bruiser here. Because by playing the Junkblade Bruiser, I can play Patchwork Banner into Hunter's Talent. So they're going to get value here. And I need to figure out what I want to do. So land's certainly good. The question is, do I want to play the Banner or do I want to play Sticky Tongue Sentinel? Does that do anything? Oh, the Sentinel is an awesome combo with Hunter's Talent. So I'll play this on Raccoon. Okay. And then we'll play Hunter's Talent. We'll target the green shell. Okay, we'll tick this up. Pump this. Okay, big turn. Big turn. All right, and then now we have the option to Sticky Tongue Sentinel, bounce this to fight something else, or just jam a Hugs for like 7. Both seem very good. What is this? 3 mana, Rampant Growth, and then when you sack it, you get the Rampant Growth again. Okay, that seems very good in like a... exactly the type of deck my opponent's playing. What does this do? Whenever one or more creatures you control dies, make a food. Seems whatever. Wait, what happened? Oh, forage, you can sack a food as well? Okay, I thought it was exile just 3 cards. That's interesting. Okay. I think they're just dead here, though. Yeah. Yeah. All right, our opponent had an awesome deck, right? They had some incredible rares, some great synergies, but we just beat them down. We just beat them down with a nice little curve and, you know, some nice, timely bite spells. So, good old ABC Magic getting it done still. Gruul Stompy, 5-1. Okay. We have a bit of a slow hand. It's got 4 lands on the draw with the duo Conduct Electricity and Hunter's Talent. I'm going to keep, but I can, if my opponent's like the white-green aggro deck, I can certainly see this being a little bit too slow. But if not, this hand's certainly fine. Turn 3 Roughshod duo into Hunter's Talent isn't the worst. What is this? I drew a 2-drop. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. When this attacks, up to 1 target artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it's also base power and toughness 2/2 until you... Okay, sure. So it's like a 1/3 unblockable. And then it can turn my biggest thing small. So they can just target this and... Yeah, so now it's like a bear with no words. I got it. Mind Whisker. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. As long as 7 or more cards are in your... Okay. So I have the combo once again with the Sentinel and the Hunter's Talent. So I think I'm going to go Roughshod Duo here. And then just pass. So what does it say? Threshold. All my things are smaller. Okay, that's really good. What is this? This card's probably really good. 3 mana, 2/3 flyer. Put a +1/+1 counter. Wow! That's amazing. 3 mana, 2/3 flyer that puts a counter on something? That's a really, really strong. Man, I can't even Hunter's Talent here. That's brutal. I guess I'll just play this Pathmaker. I can't really attack with the duo either. Hopefully we can hit like a land. Ooh, the banner is pretty great. I don't have an attack. Alright, so I can go banner into Hunter's Talent, which is pretty nice. What is this card? Carrot Cake. ETBs, and when you sack, make a 1/1 rabbit. And scry 1. Sack Carrot Cake, you gain 3. Oh, that seems solid. 2 mana, make a 1/1 scry 1, and then you can like you play forage things to sack this and make another 1/1. Seems decent. This seems like a very ambitious. Oh no, I can't block. Never mind. This seems like a very free attack. Does it lose all types? No. All right. So we got some raccoons in play. We have a Take Out the Trash and a Hunter's Talent available. They have 3 mana up, though, so casting a Sorcery Speed Bite spell doesn't seem ideal. I think I want to use this removal spell. I just don't know what I want to kill. Is it this flyer? Or is it this Mind Whisker? I think it's going to be the Mind Whisker. I don't think I care about the flyer that much. Now, if they have some kind of counterspell, obviously that's annoying. But my Baker's Bane duo becomes a 4/4 as well, so they have to kind of make the decision on which one they want to save. Okay, target creature... Wait, what does this say? Oh, when another creature with flying enters? That's insane! Oh my gosh. That is like way better than I thought. Wow. With the Plume-Creed Escort? Okay. Alright, our opponent's got some shenanigans going on here. Also, they haven't played a common. Oh, I guess Carrot Cake. Dang, they have a nice one. A really, really nice one here. I thought we had a really, really nice turn. A second Plume-Creed Mentor? This card's absurd in blue-white skies. I mean, the fact that they had the Escort, too. This is just completely out of hand. This is out of control. They should have put a counter on... Well, yeah, counter on this. I don't even know what to do. They have 3 flyers. I think I'm just dead. Wow. Well, I guess I have the Sticky Tongue Sentinel. No way. You have there's a 1 white trick as well? Alright, well, you know what? It's one of those things where when your opponent has a great deck and also has it all, you're just gonna lose. And this was an amazing, amazing deck, and now I want to draft that deck. Now, I don't think this deck is particularly... Like, I don't know how good the Blue-White Flyers deck is, but if you pick up a bunch of those uncommon Blue-White 2/3 Flyers, it seems ridiculous. But yeah, our opponent had a really, really solid version of that deck with a really nice draw, so 5-2. Okay. What do we have here? Man, this electricity just seems bad every time I draw it. It's just maybe a little bit too slow. So this puts a land on top, but it does replace itself, so it just kind of gets you a land, basically. But hey, turn 2 Baker's Bane Duo into turn 3 Muera. It's a nice one. Nettle Guard, what do you do? When this becomes a target of a spell or ability, it gets +0/+2. What is this? Whenever one or more tokens enters, draw a card. Oh, wow. That card seems awesome. Okay. All right, well, let's see what they do here. Are they going to level this up? It only costs 1 mana to level up. That's kind of nuts. What does this do? All right. 4 mana, 2/4 vigilance. When you gain or lose life, it gets +1/+0. Okay. So it's basically just something that I'm going... It's something that I want to kill. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough mana to expend. I can kill everything, though. I mean, I certainly... This seems good. 4 damage here. And then maybe take out the trash here. Then we can pitch a forest to try to find some action and attack. So now we have 4, 5... Yeah, I still don't have mana here to do it for 8. Whenever you give a gift, draw a card. Okay. It's a 2/3. It seems like the type of creature that I want to kill. Oh, okay. Probably better to still just play Roughshod Duo, I think. Yeah. Set this up for the following turn. Granted, I could have probably just attacked, but I don't know. I don't know if they block or not block. They can start leveling this up. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, they have to have something, I guess. Oh, that's not too bad. Flash, flying, draw card. Okay. I'll keep this in my hand. They're at 6 life, though, and I get to cast Conduct Electricity. And this helps deal with tokens. Oh, that's a Glide Dive Duo. 3. Okay. Let's see how they block. Was that lethal? I assume so. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We are playing for a trophy, and... Oh, we didn't rank up. Okay, so we're playing for a trophy and the chance to hit Plat 3. So that's awesome. 6-2. Let's give our final opponent a nice little hug, shall we? Turn 4 hugs. Turn 3 Muera into turn 4 hugs. Something like that. Muera's nice. The life gain... Like, I don't think you expend 8 all that often, but when you do, it's obviously insane. This hand seems very, very solid. Forest Mountain on the draw. We have Take Out the Trash, Bark Knuckle Boxer, Agate Assault, Pathmaker, and the Banner. So something like turn 2 Bark Knuckle Boxer into Take Out the Trash to try to hit a land if we don't find one would be nice. Otherwise, you know, I can just play a Banner. They're almost certainly going to play something on turn 2. And they played a Baker's Bane Duo. I will play the Boxer. I might just go ahead and play the Banner here. Unless they play like an awesome creature I absolutely have to kill. Oh, that's brutal. This card is amazing, by the way. This card's absolutely amazing. We racing, maybe. Come on! Come on! That's not reasonable. What? That's your draw? Come on, friend. That's ridiculous. This 3-mana 2/2 Thoughtseize you? This card seems ridiculous. Like, just on a rate, it just seems kind of silly, right? We don't really have a choice here. I'm just gonna kill this and attack. Wow. Like, these were both cards that would allow me to get through, like, kind of the flood situation I'm in right now. Yeah, this card's insane. Okay. Is this, like, this has got to be one of the best uncommons in the set. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We had a pretty solid run. Certainly learned a decent amount about the format. And our opponent's just killing this too. So, yeah, and our opponent had a great deck with double turn 2, a 2-drop on the play into double Thoughtstalker Warlock is extremely, extremely difficult to beat. Just because they're just up so many cards. But 6-2 in the first draft, where we are a few days behind. We're literally reading the cards and trying to kind of get caught up to the format. I'm going to say that that was still a pretty successful outing here. Hunter's talent was absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, these removal spells, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that Rabid Gnaw and Take Out the Trash are good removal effects. Expend felt really good. It just didn't seem that hard. I just like the way that it plays out. It just feels pretty smooth. And I like the rate on the creatures as well. Like, this is a 2-mana 2/2 ETB make a food. You don't need a lot more. And the fact that every now and then it becomes a 3/3 is great. Same thing with the duo. I do think the duo is definitely worse than Baker's Bane duo. Moira is great. The banner also looked pretty impressive. We had lots of raccoons, so I think it was very, very good in our deck. Hugs is obviously great. And the Pathmaker is just good value. When you play this on turn 4, oftentimes you're just going to be able to play whatever you get off of this. So it's kind of like a 4-mana 4/2 draw card. And very, very happy with that type of effect, especially because you have all these things that want you to expend 4 as well. So nothing too fancy here. We did have a couple of nice payoff rares here. Decent curve with some removal effects. And yeah, that got us a 6-2. And hopefully we can continue off of this. And a lot to explore in this format. And I'm really excited to share that journey with all of you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so, patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. If you want to pick up all types of TCG singles and sealed product, make sure you go to that affiliate link in the description below. And finally, if you want premium deck boxes, dice boxes, and playmats, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. I know this month has been pretty tough for me. I apologize if I can't match the energy level that I've had in some previous videos. Certainly trying my best, but I'm sure everybody's dealt with loss in the past, and it's just time. It takes time for you to kind of heal some of those wounds, and I know it's going to take me a lot of time, but I did take a lot of time off, and I am, again, excited to, maybe I won't hit rank 1. Let's see where we end up, but I will continue making these daily videos and sharing all those experiences with all of you. So hopefully you learned something. Probably not, because this is my first draft, but if you have plenty of input for me on what I could have done differently in this draft, I am all ears in the comments. Please be nice. Like I said, this was my very first draft in the format. Give me a couple of weeks and I will be more than caught up. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's videos.